Amanda Anisimova delivers epic mic drop moment. Microphone crushes Sabalenka. Świątek and Gauff, the ultimate statement. Fire. The stadium lights burn to the night in Singapore, where the world's top 8 players had gathered for the WTA Finals. The grand crescendo of a season defined by rivalries, emotion, and evolution. Cameras clicked. The audience buzzed with nervous electricity. At the center of it all stood Amanda Anisimova, the quiet American with the explosive forehand, the prodigy who had once been written off, now standing on the edge of tennis immortality. She adjusted her headband, her eyes glimmering with a calm that could only come from surviving chaos. Across the net stood the world's best, Aryna Sabalenka, the Belarusian powerhouse, Iga Świątek, the Polish perfectionist, and Coco Gauff, the American hero. 3 players who had dominated headlines, trophies, and expectations. But tonight, under the heat of 1,000 eyes, Amanda wasn't just playing for victory. She was playing for vindication. Chapter 2, The Shadow Years. There was a time when Amanda Anisimova was the future of tennis. At 17, she reached the semifinals of the French Open, stunning Simona Halep and captivating fans with her fearless aggression. But then came heartbreak. The sudden loss of her father, her coach, her compass. She disappeared from the tour, her name fading from the rankings. Injuries, anxiety, and self-doubt wrapped around her like chains. Every time she tried to return, the noise grew louder. She'll never be the same. Too fragile. Her moment's gone. But Amanda was never one to shout. She listened. She healed. She rebuilt. And in that silence, something powerful grew. Not rage, not revenge, but resolve. She trained in shadows, hit balls until her hands blistered, studied the patterns of her rivals, and learned how to turn pain into precision. By the time 2025 arrived, she was no longer chasing the spotlight. She was ready to own it. Chapter 3, The Return of the Storm. Her comeback began quietly. A quarterfinal here, a semifinal there. Then came the China Open, where she dismantled Coco Gauff in straight sets, shocking the tennis world. But the critics called it a lucky week. They said, let's see her beat Świątek. So she did, in Beijing, with blistering winners that painted the lines like poetry. Then she met Sabalenka, the reigning world number 1. A duel of fire and fury, forehand versus forehand, will versus will. The rallies were brutal, the crowd on their feet, the air electric. But when the dust settled, it was Amanda who roared last. 7-5, 6-3. No lucky week, no excuses, just dominance. Now, she was here at the WTA Finals, facing all 3 of them again, ready to silence the world one last time. Chapter 4, The Sabalenka Showdown. The semifinal began with Aryna Sabalenka unleashing her trademark barrage. Screaming serves, crushing ground strokes, pure intimidation. But Amanda didn't flinch. She absorbed the blows, countered with icy precision, and used Sabalenka's power against her. Every return came back faster, deeper, sharper. At 4-4 in the first set, Sabalenka blasted a 120-mile-per-hour serve down the tee. Amanda stepped in and ripped a backhand return winner. So clean that even Aryna blinked in disbelief. The crowd gasped. Then they cheered. Amanda raised a single finger to her lips. Sure. By the end, it was 6-4, 6-2, a masterclass in control. In her on-court interview, she was asked how she handled Sabalenka's power. Amanda smiled slightly. Power doesn't scare me. Chaos doesn't beat calm. Mic drop number 1. Microphone. Chapter 5, The Świątek Show. The next day, she faced Iga Świątek, the queen of consistency, the mind machine of modern tennis. Everyone knew Iga's formula. Break early, control the pace, smother opponents with rhythm. But Amanda came prepared. She disrupted everything. She sliced. She dropped. She hit flat missiles that refused to spin back. Świątek, known for her emotionless precision, started shaking her head after every point. Amanda was painting the lines like an artist in a trance. At 5-2 in the second set, Amanda stood at match point. The crowd rose. IGA sent a looping forehand deep. Amanda charged in and unleashed a forehand, so fast the camera barely caught it. Game. Set. Match. 6-3, 6-2. Świątek stunned. The tennis world silent. In the press room, a reporter asked if she felt she'd finally caught up to IGA. Amanda leaned into the mic. I wasn't chasing anyone. I just stopped holding myself back. Mic drop number 2. Microphone fire. Chapter 6. The American Civil War. Gauff versus Anisimova. It all came down to this. The WTA Finals Championship match. 2 Americans. 2 generations. 1 crown. Coco Gauff, the face of Gen Z tennis. Electric, inspiring, powerful. Amanda Anisimova, the comeback queen. Quiet, relentless, reborn. It wasn't just a match. It was a statement about the evolution of American tennis. The arena was packed, flags waving, chants echoing through the roof. The match started with intensity that could melt steel. Coco hit winners. Amanda counterpunched. They traded breaks like warriors in a duel of destiny. First set, 7-6 Anisimova. Second set, 6-4 Gauff. Final set, the decider. The third set became a test of souls. At 4-4, Gauff served a thunderous ace. The crowd roared. Amanda smiled, not mocking, just fearless. Next game, she played the point of the year. 23 shots. A diving forehand retrieval. A moonball exchange. And finally, a backhand laser down the line that kissed the sideline and exploded into applause. She fell to her knees. The scoreboard read 5-4. 1 game away. Gauff served again, nervous, heavy. Double fault. 0-15. Amanda stepped in like destiny itself was calling her name. Match point. A rally ensued, deep, desperate, defiant. Coco went for a cross-court forehand, but Amanda anticipated, stepped in, and unleashed a backhand winner that felt like thunder. 6-4, 6-7, 6-4. Game. Set. Championship. Amanda Anisimova, the comeback queen, was now WTA Finals champion. Chapter 7. The mic drop heard around the world. When the trophy ceremony began, Amanda held the silver cup in both hands, her face streaked with tears. The announcer handed her the microphone. Amanda, this has been one of the most incredible tournaments in tennis history. You defeated Sabalenka, Świątek, and Gauff, the top 3 in the world. What's going through your mind? Amanda looked around. The stadium was roaring. Her team was crying. Her opponents stood at the side, clapping. She took a deep breath and said, calmly, I've been told for years that I wasn't tough enough, that I couldn't come back, that I didn't belong among the best. But I never stopped believing that one day, silence would speak louder than all the noise. She paused, raised the trophy high, and finished with a single line that would go down in tennis history. Microphone fire, fire, fire. The girl who became the echo. Years later, when tennis historians spoke of Anisimova's career, they didn't just talk about her titles or rankings. They talked about her message, her courage, her calm. They called her the echo of resilience. Because when the noise faded and the stadiums emptied, her voice, her truth, still lingered in the hearts of millions. Silence speaks louder than noise. Chaos doesn't beat calm. Power means nothing without purpose. Amanda Anisimova had dropped the mic, not in a moment, but to start a movement. And in doing so, she didn't just change tennis. She changed what it meant to win. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next time.